Y'all, first I want to start off by saying we apologize for how this camera is doing. It probably looks really grainy right on y'all. We're gonna fix that, but we can't stop the show.
Trying to be one so it won't blur out.
Y'all, shout out to Ben from the Last Days YouTube channel. Let me just make sure I'm saying this channel correct. Yeah, Last Days. So Ben, as y'all know, Ben was the one that prophesied the ear shooting of Trump. So this is what God is telling him about what's going to happen during the election. So we're only going to cover what he's particularly saying the first few minutes of this, but y'all listen to this because I think everybody's I don't even think anybody's shocked anymore based on how the deep state don't want him in.
You gotta keep praying.
Yes, you got to keep praying.
Hey, good morning, family. How are y'all doing today? Well, as you can see, I'm overcoming a little bit, but I feel a lot better than I did last night. I did the video last night and I had to do it over today because it was so bad. So I told the Lord, I said, I need to redo that. So well, I have a warning from the Lord to warn you all about something that he showed me in the spirit. Very, very serious thing. He showed me about the elections, and he showed me that there was key states of corruption. There's key states that will have corruption.
Key states, y'all.
And he talked to me about the House of Representatives, and he talked to me about the Senate, and he talked about the presidency. But he was focused in my prayers about the Senate and how important it will be for us to win the Senate. He showed that we would take the House by majority, which I'm not real educated when it comes to politics and stuff, what that means. But I'm just telling you the words that he used. And he said, you will have the House by majority, okay? You will have the presidency. But the battle in the spirit realm, my son, is the Senate. For this is a two-seat gap. There's a two-seat like victory that you're after. There's two seats in limbo, basically. Okay? And he was talking to me about Nevada, Arizona. And he said, you must pray for Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz. There's a text trying to take him out of his position. And the Lord said, you must intercede for Ted Cruz.
Pray for Ted Cruz, y'all.
And then he showed me Pennsylvania, which I know what I'm saying is more than two seats. But I'm just telling you exactly what the Lord said. I'm not taking away any, and I'm not adding to. So the math on it don't make sense, but it does because it's what he said. Okay? So he said to pray over Texas. For this will try to be a blue wave, whatever that means, in Texas, of corruption in Texas. And so,
and that is a
not
red
that
state.
It would be a blue wave for them, but it's about Texas. And he was talking about something that would never, like it hasn't happened in a long time or hadn't happened at all. So don't quote me on that, but something very serious about Texas with Ted Cruz. Wow. Number two was we have to pray for Pennsylvania. And the Lord said this is a key too. We have to have Pennsylvania. And then he said that these other two states were, which was Nevada and Arizona, was also in jeopardy. Right? And so I saw blue lines going through them and red lines, and it was trying to flip either way. That means it was very, very close races. The Lord said to me, Brandon, this is very close races, very close. And so it was red lines and blue lines, which means it was divided in these states. It was blue lines. But in Texas, it was trying to turn completely blue. Okay? And it was a blue,
that's crazy.
Like blue, like standing out, very bold blue. And the Lord said, you must intercede for Ted. Okay? Then I saw in the spirit Pennsylvania, and it was trying to turn blue. Blue. It was bold blue.
Crazy.
Not divided, but it was going to try to turn blue. And the Lord said, you must pray for this. Now, I don't know why he didn't say to pray for any others, but this is the ones he said there would be some corruptions that you have to come against. Okay? So then I was shown Hispanic women. Okay?
That's on his side.
In a room.
Hispanic women room.
I have to be very careful for safety of my family. I'll use key words with what I was shown. I hope you are in tune enough to understand what I'm about to say without putting this live with thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, because it's wisdom. But I heard the word in this room, asylum, promises of asylum for doing a certain task. Lots of people that were coming over the border were promised a certain thing if they were to do something to help
believe
them.
that.
And I saw tables,
100%.
white
100%.
tables.
I 100% believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, well, listen. They like, look, if you vote for Kamala, we'll make sure that you don't have to go back.
I ain't been hearing no neighbors probably here. No, but that's not how. That's horrible.
And I saw Hispanic women behind these tables, and you can just think about what they're doing. So I saw these white tables
Making sure
with
that
metal chairs behind these
pass.
white tables. And I saw many Hispanic women behind these tables. And I saw a metal building. It was like a container building. And I saw these container buildings, and there was like pods.
Secret.
And there were these people inside of these pods. And I was told the word asylum. Okay, I'm not going to say what they were doing.
We'll make sure
but
you're
I will
straight if
tell
you get your vote.
You must pray for corruption. You must pray for corruption. Okay, and so because of asylum. And then I heard for this like we have to cover the evidence. Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people disappeared. That's what I will say. They were dealt with. That was So lied to, deceived.
Yeah.
For what they were told.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Is this the migrants he's talking
we
about?
deal with a very, very evil enemy. We deal with a very evil government. We deal with people that have no conscience of life. They don't care. People are very power hungry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when you see people that are desperate people do desperate things.
Right.
Things that are unmoral and ungodly. And so we must pray, the Lord said, for this assignment. For he said this would wage, he said the enemy's plan is already at foot. The enemy's plan is already at foot. And he said to me, he said, Brandon, you must pray, for this is a war in the spirit realm, a war in the heavenlies. It is a very, very serious time. For you must have all branches of the government, of the legislative, Senate, House, and presidency, for what I have planned for this nation to turn things around. He said, for it will be delayed if you do not. It will be delayed.
We don't want that.
And he said, there is a war, a battle to be won. And you are to go and bring forth
we do
prayer.
want delay.
Because with much prayer and intercession, my angels are working in your behalf. My angels are working in your behalf. This is a strategic plan from the Father. And he said, call my troops together, my body, and call them to intercede. And in your intercession for America, you will turn things. And he said, I am as what I've positioned you to do on this platform, I am calling you to do this much more. And it's not just going to be for the 30 days, for we have much work to do. That's what he said to me. He said, you will pray continually even after the 30 days until I release you from this. And so I thought it was a 30-day assignment, but the commander-in-chief of all things, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, has told me that my job is to pray with you for an extended period of time. I may not hit every day, but I will do my best to do it every single day. I can't promise you that it will be, but I'm telling you that it will be as much as I can't possibly handle. A very stern warning, an urgency. And I have to tell you all, it is not time to play church anymore. It is time to come up higher with the fire. If you're going to church just to get a seeker-friendly message, and you sit there and you're not getting
secret friendly. Okay. Shout out to Ben. Secret friendly message. Shout out to Ben.
Back to your
shout out to
life.
Right. Shout out to Ben.
Ooh, that was good. That was so good.
Hang on, it's enough said. Everything's said right there in that post.
But I have been praying, and for some so clear, God was like, pray for him. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, this affirmed me that he's here.
Yeah.
That our prayer is working. We know prayer is powerful and it works, but it's just like pray for people you don't know. You wonder.
Correct.
And of course, if he's telling you to pray for a particular person and it's someone you don't know,
do it.
Of a high status, especially, do it.
So y'all take heed to that warning. This is the same person that prophesied the Trump ear shooting that y'all saw. Yeah. The one that y'all have seen. So.
Man, it's getting deeper.
It's getting deeper, man. Then people gonna cheat at all costs to put in these wicked policies. So
they have to pull out of their trick bag, and ain't nothing.
2024 be more. We'll see you on the next one.